time to look at the Golden Slippers, obviously won by Lady of Camelot last year, where the Blue Diamond form came to the fore. 30 fillies have won the Golden Slipper in the past. The notable ones, obviously, Lady of Camelot and Fireburn, who hit $680 in play. Obviously, it was a real mudlark, wet tracker. Loved it. Loved it wet. As I said, the Blue Diamond form came to the fore last year, so I'm really keen to dive into some of those runners. But the all-important speed for this one, usually a pretty high-pressure race. Clancey, are we going to get the same in this year's edition?
Yeah, it looks a very high-pressure race, and isn't it nice for the last couple of years to actually have such a dry autumn in Sydney rather than battling these heavy 8s, heavy 9 tracks. But speed map terms, I've got North England coming across. I think Farsighted, which ran really, really well in the Black Opal. Push Forward, Bella Zane has done that all prep as well. So they're all drawn quite wide in 9, 15 and 17. So I reckon they'll look to come across. Military Tycoon, Devil Knight have speed. Mahuna was sensational first up and only just pipped by the favourite. So Mahuna's certainly going to be there. Skyhook showed that it has that ability to go forward and kick away last start, took luck out of the equation, and he's actually marked favourite in my market, Skyhook. And then, of course, we come further back. Woden's drawn really nice in 2, so J-Mac can do what he wants there. Rivellino, another that likes to settle forward as well. So, there's absolutely no lack of pace in the race.
Trent, how do you see this race?
Very tough. As have all the 2-year-old races this season have been. They've just been so soft on the historical ratings that nothing's really put up a number. Like, we've still been trying to chasing Woden from that debut off those splits where I still think he's 120 kind of horse in waiting, but he's just, you could forgive the first up or the next run where he was third. Last up, the winner, Tentress, went straight past him. So that horse isn't here. So maybe that's still the form that you're looking at. But you need to give him a fair boost to get to the market or the price that he is now as equal favourite. But whether he improves again with, Waller in the grand final, potentially, but he's becoming, every run that he has, it seems like he's drifting further and further away from that debut. And I found it very tough to really nail one down here. So I'll be looking to maybe play a few, probably Betfair starting price. You're going to get a bigger price with these horses that are $21 plus. There's just no doubt about it. One of them is North England. I thought he stuck on okay in that Todman Stakes. The other 2 leaders that he was with dropped out there and finished near the tail. He was off a little bit of a setback, I think, as well. So, he's probably got more improvement to come than anything out of that race. Tim Clark sticks with him. You got Gay and Adrian on your side, who are just so good at preparing these 2-year-olds for Golden Slippers. And I think he probably gets into a nice spot on the map as well. And the other one has already had a little bit of support, actually, but I'm assuming we'll probably get triple figures. Betfair starting price come the day is Farsighted. Thought it ran really well in the Black Opal. They ran a good time figure that day. The time figure's pretty much in line with a lot of what these Sydney lead-ups are doing. The rating's not quite there. He's definitely going to have to improve a lot, but the time suggested that pretty handy. He's going to roll forward, and this wide barrier is not a problem for me at all. Golden Slippers are almost always won by horses on speed, and a lot of them draw wide. So, I think you'll probably get $150 Betfair starting price, and it's worth it. Something very small.
Wowee. Trainer, love that. If you're giving something a push at $150 Betfair starting price, I'm certainly going to be following you in. I just want to talk about Woden. I want to talk about some of the negatives on this horse. Maybe with you, Clancey, just where do you think the horse, you touched on it before, but just again, where do you think the horse will get to from barrier 2? Is there a chance that the horse is going to see some bad luck and maybe get pushed back?
Sure, there's a potential for any horse to cop that, but you got J-Mac on board, so the likelihood is probably less than, you've drawn barrier 2 and you've got the best jockey in the country on. Your chances of hitting bad luck are less than anyone else in this race, I would suggest. Obviously, the price is being held down at the moment because there's a liability with the tab that they can't afford to take this horse on anymore. It's J-Mac, it's Waller, so they know that the money's going to come anyway. Thankfully, that doesn't affect the Betfair market, so I think you'll see a pretty decent drift from $4.80 at tab at the moment. I'm certain we'll see $7 or $8 on Betfair at some point. So it's not going to be the issue. I can't possibly back the horse at the current price, so I'll stick away. But I'm going to go down Trent's route actually, and Bayer Wacht is a horse that I'm going to have something on. That'll be my main each way play of the race, just something small, but we're getting $60 on the fair at the moment. We'll only get bigger, I think. You go back, there's actually the second, obviously Wotan, we've talked about it, that the highest rating to be produced in this race is Wotan's debut win. The second highest rating is Bayer Wacht, beating Wotan in the Silver Slipper, I think it was. And that last start was 3 wide on speed the entire trip in that North England race that we talked about. And so you can very much forgive the horse for dropping off there. One poor run and we're getting 60 plus for the second highest rated horse in the race. I think that's crazy. But so Bayer Wacht will definitely be a small each way play. Going to need luck from the barrier for sure, but a lot of these will. And the one that I'm keen to take on is Tempted, the favourite here. This horse started $9 in a Blue Diamond, was well held by the likes of Devil Knight, Tycoon Star, Tentris, who probably would be favourite here had they run here. And loses J-Max. So obviously Blake Shin, a terrific rider, but barrier 1, so he's going to need that luck as well. There's a lot of things against this horse for a favourite in a very even Golden Slipper, so I'll be laying Tempted both win, but mainly the place.
Me personally, I've had a look at this race and I'm keen to go with the Blue Diamond form. Devil Knight, I think the horse will only improve out of that Blue Diamond because it was obviously a little bit of a softer race and less pressure than we've seen in former Blue Diamonds, but still a gritty win. Obviously, was on pace for the whole race and led for a decent stint in the straight. Maybe favoured by the rail, but you're probably going to get similar circumstances in the Golden Slipper where he's going to be on pace, sit outside the leader. So I'm definitely going to have something each way on Devil Knight. And the other one is Tycoon Star. Like, I think a really high pressure race will suit the horse if he gets clear air. Obviously has a really nice turn of foot. And like you said earlier, Tentris has definitely franked that form after winning the Todman. So yeah, there's a couple of horses that I'm going to be backing. And I think I'm just going to lay win and place Wotan just on the fact that in these big fields, high pressure races, like you only need one thing to go wrong to, be finishing at the tail of the field. Like I know that J-Max an absolute freak. It's probably just going to get you a better price potentially. So happy to take that on. I did the same last year with the favourite there in the Golden Slipper. So
got the Yulong silks at the in his bedroom at home up on the wall.
Yep, that's right. Yulong are flying at the moment, to be fair.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.